As a man over 40, it's natural to want to look youthful, but it's a common trap. The very things men do to look younger, like chasing trends, can ironically make them look older and out of touch. But the goal is a good one. It's not about looking like a kid. It's about looking confident and vital at your age. This video will show you how. We'll break down the 10 biggest style mistakes that age you and give you the simple, mature alternative for each. The 8th mistake is a silent killer of style that you can easily fix. Let's get started. Mistake number 1. The statement graphic t-shirt. Let's start with the most common and visible mistake. It's a classic move. You want to show you have a sense of humor, a cool taste in music, or a youthful spirit, so you reach for a graphic t-shirt. This could be a shirt with a witty slogan, a pop culture reference, a giant band logo, or an oversized designer emblem splashed across your chest. The issue isn't the sentiment, it's the medium. On a man over 40, a graphic t-shirt doesn't read as effortlessly cool. It reads as a conscious effort to project coolness. It can come across as juvenile, as if you haven't evolved your means of expression beyond the clothes you wore in college. A giant logo doesn't signal status. It often signals insecurity, as if you need the brand to speak for you. The core problem is this: it makes you look like you're trying to be young and fun, and that very effort is what ages you. A truly confident, mature man doesn't need his shirt to be the conversation starter. He is the conversation starter. This does not mean your casual wardrobe has to be boring. The alternative is to embrace sophisticated basics that communicate quality and confidence through fit and fabric, not graphics. The high-quality crew neck. Swap your graphic tees for solid colored t-shirts in premium heavyweight cotton. A perfectly fitting tee in navy, olive green, charcoal, or classic white looks intentional and masculine. The Henley. A short or long-sleeved Henley is a phenomenal upgrade. The button placket adds a touch of rugged detail and visual interest that is far more sophisticated than a printed graphic. The modern polo. A clean, well-fitting polo shirt in a quality fabric like a smooth jersey knit or a textured weave is a classic choice that is always age-appropriate and stylish. When you make this switch, you start to feel a different kind of confidence. It's a quiet confidence that comes from the quality of the garment and the way it fits your body, not from the message printed on it. You look clean, strong, and put together. You look like a man of substance, and that is infinitely more youthful than a joke on a t-shirt. Mistake number 2. Wearing clothes that are too tight. This next mistake is a silent killer of style, and it often comes from a good place. We are constantly told that fit is king, and in an effort to look leaner or more muscular, many men over 40 make the critical error of buying clothes that are simply too tight. This manifests as shirts pulling at the buttons across the chest or stomach, jeans that look like they've been painted on, and t-shirts that cling to every contour of the midsection. There is a vast difference between a tailored fit and a tight fit. While a tailored fit skims the body and flatters your shape, a tight fit constricts it. Instead of making you look leaner, tight clothes often have the opposite effect. They highlight any areas you might be less confident about, like a softer midsection. They create unflattering tension lines in the fabric and make you look deeply uncomfortable. Discomfort is the enemy of confidence. A man who looks like he can't breathe or move freely in his own clothes does not look youthful. He looks strained and like he's trying desperately to fit into a size he wore a decade ago. Your goal is to create clean lines and a flattering silhouette, not to encase your body in fabric. Understand tailored fit. A well-fitting shirt should have seams that sit on your shoulder bone, enough room in the chest to move without pulling, and a gentle taper to the waist to avoid a boxy look. Embrace the straight or slim straight cut. For jeans and chinos, move away from the skinny fit. A slim straight or tapered cut provides a modern clean line from your hip to your ankle without squeezing your thighs or calves. Prioritize fabric with structure. Choose t-shirts and knits in more substantial fabrics that drape cleanly over your body rather than clinging to it. The feeling of wearing clothes that fit you perfectly is one of pure comfort and confidence. You don't have to suck in your stomach or worry about a button popping. You can move freely. You look taller, leaner, and more powerful because your clothes are working with your body, not against it. This ease and self-assurance is the true essence of a youthful and attractive presence. If this guide has helped you to think about your style in a new and more powerful way, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. We are building a community of men who are dedicated to mastering their look at every stage of life. Mistake number 3. Chasing youthful trends and loud colors. This mistake is a broad one, but it's critically important. It's the act of seeing a trend worn by 22-year-olds on social media and immediately trying to incorporate it into your own wardrobe. This could be anything from distressed, ripped jeans to neon-colored sneakers to loud, psychedelic print shirts. Trends, by their very nature, are fleeting and are almost always designed for and marketed to a younger demographic. When a man over 40 adopts these trends wholesale, it creates a visual dissonance. Your mature face and presence clash with the juvenile clothing, and the result is that you look like you're wearing a costume. It highlights your age by making it clear you are out of your sartorial element. Loud, bright, neon colors are particularly problematic. They are aggressive on the eye and rarely flatter a mature man's skin tone. They don't say fun and youthful. They say, look at me, I'm trying to be fun and youthful. Your goal is not to be trendy. It is to be current and timeless. Build a classic foundation. The core of your wardrobe should be built on timeless pieces in refined masculine colors. Think navy, olive green, charcoal gray, camel, and deep burgundy. These colors have depth, are easy to combine, and always look sophisticated. Incorporate trends subtly. If you want to acknowledge a current trend, do it in a small, subtle way. For example, if a certain color is trending, you might incorporate it through a pocket square, a pair of socks, or a subtle pattern in a tie, rather than buying a whole shirt in that color. Focus on timeless patterns. If you enjoy patterns, stick to the classics. A micro check, a fine pinstripe, a subtle herringbone, or a classic houndstooth will always look more elegant than a loud, oversized print. When you build your wardrobe around a classic, refined color palette, you feel a sense of calm and control. You no longer have to worry if something is in or out. Your style becomes enduring. You project an image of a man who is confident in his own taste, not one who is desperately trying to keep up. This is the definition of mature, sophisticated style. Mistake number 4. The wrong sneakers. Sneakers are a permanent and essential part of the modern man's wardrobe, and they are perfectly acceptable to wear at any age. The mistake is not in wearing sneakers, but in wearing the wrong kind of sneakers. The error is choosing sneakers that belong in one of two categories: the purely athletic running shoe or the overly trendy, hypebeast sneaker. This means the chunky-soled sneakers with air pockets, the fluorescent colorways with wild patterns, or the high-fashion $1,000 sneakers that look more like space equipment than footwear. When you wear these types of sneakers with a casual outfit, it completely throws off the balance. Athletic running shoes, when not used for athletics, look purely functional and can read as sloppy or lazy. Overly trendy, loud sneakers are the footwear equivalent of a graphic t-shirt. They are a desperate plea for attention and coolness. You could be wearing a beautiful pair of chinos and a great jacket, but if you have a pair of enormous, multicolored dad sneakers on your feet, it instantly kills the entire vibe and makes you look like you're trying to recapture your youth through your footwear. Your sneakers should blend with your outfit, not battle it for attention. The answer is the minimalist sneaker, the classic white leather sneaker. This is the king of versatile footwear. A clean, low-profile white leather sneaker is a timeless choice that goes with everything from shorts to jeans to casual trousers and even a casual suit. Other refined options. Beyond white, consider suede sneakers in versatile neutrals like gray or navy. Classic canvas low tops in colors like beige or olive are also excellent choices. Retro-inspired runners in muted tonal colorways can also work beautifully. The key principle: the design should be simple, the branding should be minimal, and the condition must be clean. A great pair of minimalist sneakers makes your casual outfits look sharp, modern, and intentional. You get all the comfort of a sneaker, but in a package that is sophisticated and grown up. You look like a man who understands modern style, not one who is chasing trends. It's the difference between looking sharp and looking like you're trying to show off. If this is helpful so far, give the video a like and subscribe for more timeless style advice. Now let's move on to mistake number 5. Mistake number 5. Outdated denim cuts and washes. Denim is a cornerstone of almost every man's wardrobe, but denim styles have evolved significantly over the past couple of decades. One of the most common mistakes that can instantly date a man is holding on to the same jeans he wore 15 years ago. This often means jeans with a bootcut fit, a stone-washed or heavily acid-washed finish, prominent whiskering on the thighs, or, worst of all, elaborate embroidery or flaps on the back pockets. Wearing dated denim is like driving a car from a previous decade. It might still function, but it instantly signals that you are stuck in the past. People may not be able to articulate exactly exactly why your outfit looks off, but they will subconsciously register that your jeans are from a different era. The boot cut, designed to fit over bulky boots, often looks sloppy with modern footwear. Heavy fading and distressing can look cheap and like you're trying to manufacture a ruggedness that should come naturally. Keep your denim clean, modern, and well-fitting. The fit. The modern standard for a man over 40 is a slim straight or a tapered fit. These cuts provide structure and a clean line without being baggy or skinny. The wash. Your number one investment should be a pair of dark wash indigo jeans with no fading or distressing. They are incredibly versatile and can be dressed up or down. For a more casual option, a clean medium wash is also a great choice. The rise. Pay attention to the rise. A mid-rise or even a slightly higher rise is more classic and often more comfortable and flattering than the low-rise styles of the past. When your jeans fit perfectly and the style is current, everything else you wear with them suddenly looks better. It is one of the most powerful and simple updates you can make to your entire wardrobe. You look modern, sharp, and relevant, not like a relic from a different fashion era. Mistake number 6. Overdoing the youthful accessories. This is where many men go astray in their quest for a youthful edge. They have their core outfit sorted, and then they think, I need to add some personality, some flair, and suddenly they are layering on accessories that scream trendy rather than timeless. This can manifest as wearing multiple leather bracelets, thick chains, numerous rings on one hand, or even a thumb ring. It's the belief that more accessories equal more style or more personality. As a man matures, his style should move towards subtlety and refinement. Over-accessorizing, especially with trendy, low-quality pieces, looks like you are trying to assemble a personality from a store kiosk. It can read as insecure and desperate for attention. A man with true, quiet confidence doesn't need to adorn himself with excessive jewelry. His presence is his primary accessory. The goal is to enhance your style, not to have your accessories wear you. The principle here is less but better. Choose one or two high-quality, meaningful accessories. The watch. This is your primary accessory. Invest in one great classic timepiece with either a leather strap or a metal bracelet. It is the only wrist accessory you truly need. Bracelets. If you enjoy bracelets, stick to one. A simple, elegant leather cuff or a sleek, minimal metal band is perfect. Avoid stacks of beaded or braided bracelets. Rings. A wedding band is a given. Beyond that, perhaps one other simple, tasteful ring, like a signet ring, is the maximum. Necklaces. If you wear a necklace, it should be thin, simple, and for the most part, tucked under your shirt. Mystery is always more attractive than obvious flash. When you wear one or two well-chosen, high-quality accessories, you project an image of discernment and quiet confidence. It shows you have curated your look with care. Your accessories become a subtle signature of your taste, not a loud cry for attention. This is the mark of a true gentleman. Mistake number 7. The youthful or overstyled haircut. Let's talk about grooming, because your haircut is a fundamental part of your overall presence and can either enhance or completely undermine your style. One of the fastest ways a man over 40 can age himself is by getting a haircut that is clearly designed for a much younger man. This includes styles like a high fade with a sharp surgical line, overly spiked hair using shiny gel, a dramatic undercut with a hard part shaved in, or, God forbid, bleach blonde frosted tips. These haircuts create a jarring contrast with a mature face. They don't look authentic. A hairstyle that is aggressively trendy can highlight, rather than conceal, signs of aging like a receding hairline or thinning on the crown. It gives off a vibe that says, I'm trying to be cool, instead of the much more powerful message of, I am cool because I am confident in who I am. The goal is a haircut that is classic, timeless, and tailored to your specific face shape and hair type. Keep it classic. A timeless cut with clean sides, achieved with a gentle taper or a classic scissor over comb cut, and a bit of manageable length on top is almost always the right answer. A simple side part is unbeatable. Use the right product. Ditch the shiny, wet look gels of your youth. Upgrade to a matte finish styling product like a clay or a paste. This provides hold and texture without the greasy, juvenile shine. Embrace the gray. If you have gray hairs, own them. Salt and pepper, when styled in a sharp, classic cut, is one of the most attractive and distinguished looks a man can have. Know when to let go. If you are losing your hair, do not desperately cling to what's left with a comb over. A very short buzz cut or a clean shave is an incredibly bold, confident, and powerful move. It will make you look years younger and infinitely more self-assured. A great age-appropriate haircut frames your face, enhances your best features, and makes you look well-groomed and masculine. You feel polished and confident. It is the foundation upon which your entire style is built, and getting it right is a non-negotiable step. Mistake number 8. 8. Ignoring the power of tailoring. This is the silent mistake I mentioned at the beginning. It is the single biggest differentiator between a man who wears expensive clothes and a man who looks expensive in his clothes. It is the mistake of buying clothes off the rack and never having them tailored. You could be wearing a $1,000 blazer or a beautiful pair of trousers, but if the fit is not perfect for your unique body, it will never look right. Clothes that don't fit you properly, sleeves that are too long, pants that bunch up at the ankles, a shirt that balloons at the waist, a jacket that is too wide in the shoulders, make you look sloppy and unkempt. It creates a silhouette that is bulky and undefined. It communicates that you either don't know that your clothes don't fit or you don't care enough to fix them. A precise fit, on the other hand, communicates precision, discipline, and attention to detail. Find and befriend a good local tailor. They are your secret weapon for looking incredible. Know what can be fixed. The shoulders of a jacket are difficult and expensive to alter, so make sure they fit perfectly off the rack. However, almost everything else can be adjusted. The essential alterations: have the sleeves of your shirts and jackets trimmed to the perfect length, showing a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch of shirt cuff. Have the waist of your shirts taken in to remove excess fabric. Have your pants hemmed to the right length for the shoes you'll wear them with. A slight or no break is the modern standard. These simple alterations are relatively inexpensive, but completely transform the way your clothes look and feel. There is no feeling quite like putting on a garment that has been tailored perfectly to your body. It feels like it was made for you. You look taller, leaner, and sharper. It gives you a massive boost of confidence, knowing that every line and proportion is exactly as it should be. This is the true secret of the world's best-dressed men. Mistake number 9. Mixing formality levels poorly. This is a more advanced mistake, but it's a common one for men trying to look stylishly casual. It is the act of mixing very formal pieces with very casual pieces in a way that looks confused rather than cool. The classic example is throwing a hoodie under a structured sport coat or wearing dress shoes with sweatpants. You may have seen this on a high-fashion runway or on a 22-year-old influencer and thought it looked edgy. These high-low style combinations are incredibly difficult to pull off successfully. They require a perfect balance of fit, fabric, color, and proportion. When it's not done perfectly, you don't look stylishly subversive. You look like you got dressed in the dark and are wearing 2 different outfits at once. It communicates a sense of confusion and uncertainty, not sartorial mastery. For a man over 40, it can look particularly out of place. Stick to the principles of smart, casual done right. The goal is harmony, not chaos. Create cohesive looks. If you are wearing a blazer, pair it with other smart pieces like a simple t-shirt or a merino wool sweater and chinos or dark jeans. Keep your categories clear. Keep your true athletic wear, hoodies, joggers, running shoes for the gym or for lounging at home. Your casual wardrobe should be built from elevated basics like chinos, great denim, polos, and Henleys. The key is blending, not clashing. You want to blend levels of formality gently. For example, a merino wool sweater under a blazer is a beautiful blend. A crisp button-down with slim dark jeans and loafers is another. These looks are harmonious, not jarring. When your outfit is harmonious, you feel a sense of ease and correctness. You look effortlessly put together, like you intuitively understand how to blend comfort and class. You project an image of a man who is confident and sure of his choices, not one who is experimenting with confusing trends. Mistake number 10. Shopping exclusively at fast fashion youth brands. Our final mistake is a strategic one that can set you up for failure before you even put on an outfit. It is the habit of building your entire wardrobe from fast fashion brands that are explicitly designed for and marketed to teenagers and young adults. I am talking about brands like H&M, Hollister, or the trend-focused sections of stores like Zara. These brands are built around youth culture. The cuts of their clothes are designed for the bodies of very young men. The fabrics are often thin and low quality, designed to last for a single season of a fleeting trend. And the designs themselves are based entirely on what is popular on social media at that moment. When a man over 40 tries to wear these clothes, it often looks awkward and out of place. The fit is wrong, the quality is lacking, and the style is incongruous with his age and lifestyle. You are not just dressing for your body anymore. You are dressing for your presence, your experience, and your identity as a grown man. It's time to shift your focus to brands that specialize in classic, elevated basics and understand the proportions and needs of a mature man. Invest in quality. Start thinking of your clothes as long-term investments, not disposable trends. Brands like J. Crew, Banana Republic, Bonobos, and Spear & Mackay offer fantastic age-appropriate pieces with a focus on better fabrics and more classic tailoring. Be a smart shopper. shopper. This doesn't mean you can never step foot in a store like Zara again, but you must be a surgical shopper. Go to the more refined sections. Look for the pieces in neutral colors and natural fabrics, like a simple blazer, a pair of trousers, or an overshirt. Ignore the trendy graphic tees and ripped jeans at the front of the store. The litmus test. Before you buy something, ask yourself, does this piece look like something a man with presence, confidence, and direction would wear? If the answer is no, skip it. When you start investing in clothes that are made for you, you feel a sense of alignment. Your clothes finally feel like they fit not just your body, but your life. There is a deep satisfaction in wearing well-made garments that will last for years. You are no longer participating in the frantic cycle of trends. You are building a timeless, personal style. Now, I would love to hear from you. Of these 10 common mistakes, which one has been the most eye-opening for you? Or what is one youthful item that you are now ready to retire from your wardrobe? Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments section below. I truly value reading every single one. Thank you for your time, stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next video.